Chasing a dream is a illusion. I'm going to explain why I feel that way based on my perspective. And explain really the true meaning behind why we come into this world with the idea of chasing a dream. Besides that, these are self-imposed and a lot of the times just societal imposed constructs put on us, especially in the West with this American dream. You go through school, you go to college, you decide what your major is, and in that moment, some people choose a major that aligns with what they want. Some people continuously are trying to find and identify with something that aligns with their ego. And that's just what it is. People live and die like that. However, in order to chase a dream is you identifying with some part of your ego, and it's you trying to identify who you are, what you are, why are you here, what is your purpose, what is your mission. And the ego is a very interesting thing, is something that I've been studying, because we come into this life just living. As a baby, you don't know what you are. You don't identify with a name until it's repeatedly said to you over and over again. You don't know who your family is. You don't know why you're here. You're just here. You're just experiencing. You're just looking. You're getting used to your senses. You're exploring. And, as you get accustomed to your environment, to school, your ego begins to form. You identify with a name, with beliefs, with feelings, with experiences. And then along the way, you're told that, what is your dreams? What do you want to do in this life? And in order to further try to find who you are and why you're here, you identify with a dream, chasing a dream, chasing that success, chasing the outcome, the money, the fame, the love. And something that I'm coming to realize is, like I said, chasing the dream is the illusion. It's the illusion to, one, keep you distracted sometimes. But a lot of the times, the illusion of your soul understanding its mission. And sometimes it uses this dream as a stepping stone to achieve what it truly is that you have come here to do. Because one thing with our senses, it boxes us in, okay? Our sight, our taste, our touch, our smell, our hearing. These 5 senses box us in. If I can't see it, it's not real. If I can't hear it, I'm not listening, it's not real. If I can't taste it, it's not real. If I can't touch it, it's not real. But one thing that I love about this duality of life, besides the physical and having the spiritual aspect, we don't fully understand that. A lot of the times we don't understand, unless you allow yourself to, that we are spirits, we are souls first. Before we incarnate, we were here in the ether. We were in existence before we came matter, before we became physical. And that moment of creation by God, within existence, within ether, from the source, before we became matter, is when we were given our mission. And when we came here, the dream that we choose to chase, a lot of the times we don't understand that that is leading us to a higher purpose. But sometimes I think that once we get to the point that we are, we lose our mission. We lose that higher state of consciousness, that higher state of being, that connection between mind, body, soul, with the Heavenly Father, with the Heavenly Mother. And we become distracted, and it becomes an illusion, which it always was an illusion, but we get sucked into the illusion. Because the other part of why I feel like chasing a dream is an illusion, when it comes to it being a distraction, is it's distracting you from fulfilling what it is you're supposed to do, because the material, the desires, the lust, the wanting, that's a part of ego. That's a part of the lower vibrational aspects of ourself, that we feel as though if we chase this dream, we're going to get the money we want. We're going to get the love we want. We're going to get the lifestyle we want. We're going to get all the desires we want, the luxury we want. And that is the illusion. The desires is an illusion, because it's only temporary happiness. It doesn't fulfill what truly needs to be done, because when you fulfill what your mission is, that's the truth. That's what's truly fulfilling, not temporary, not material, not something, oh, I can touch it, it's real. I can touch this money, it's real. I can have that bag, it's real. I can taste this 5-star dinner, it's real. I can have this girl or guy I want, that's real. What's real is the intangible, it's the feeling of doing right by others, by uplifting our community, by acting on the will of God. That we don't see, but we feel it. And when chasing the dream becomes the illusion of attaining the material, you lose yourself, and you don't fulfill what you were brought here to do. And I'll go deeper into that on another topic of the desires, the ego, the material coming from evil. But it depends on how you choose to use your internal compass and your personal relationship with the Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Mother, your spirit guides, your angels, in understanding, okay, this desire that I want to chase something or attract a certain lifestyle, a certain career, a certain dream, am I using this as a stepping stone to fulfill my true mission? Or is this a distraction? A distraction for me to not actually confront and establish a true relationship with myself, with mind, body, soul connection, with the source, with God. And I'm using it as a distraction to attain earthly desires that are only temporary, to fulfill temporary happiness. Because the mind is always going to be wanting and desiring and chasing happiness through material. That's my sign to end this video.